Good evening. Welcome to the Power Hour. I'm Steve, along with the urban sensation C Red. Hello, Red.
What up?
Cactus Rack will be on a little bit later, we hope, and Rion Skills might pop in from time to time. But we're here tonight as we are on the final lap on the road to break for Rocket Pro Wrestling. And we've got the big show. It's the penultimate, as they say, show of 2000 of the last season, 24-25. Next month will be the season finale at Kicks on 66. So a lot of the stories that we have started telling way back in September are starting to find their way to the finish line, but there are still many twists and turns to be had. And part of those twists and turns involves our special guest tonight. Now, we didn't bring our special guest on because we had a cancellation, though Paulie Tomaselli, it's not ironic that I brought the turtle in to replace you. So
Oh,
there you go. There you go, turtle, right? We got
I'll
that, right?
start going in hot already.
We're going in
Cool.
hot. Paulie will come in when he's done singing power ballads and teaming up with hardcore Craig and Powell. But actually, it kind of works out to our benefit because we actually have some of the participants that are going to be working this Saturday at the park in Joliet for Rocket Pro Wrestling Spring Break. So Red and I will be on the call as normal, along with our group of merry people, including Shelly and probably Professor Blackburn. I don't think Travis is back for this show, right?
Uh,
Oh
he is
no.
actually. He
Oh, for
is.
Christ's sake. Yeah,
Maybe.
I said on the show this morning. I can only listen for a few minutes before I'm like, what why am I even a subject of, but anyway, we'll worry about the whole JFW business later. We will talk when Cactus Rack is here, if you guys are still on, about what he said about Cactus Rack. And I want to make sure it's clarified since apparently I don't clarify things. So we'll try to clarify as much as we can clarify while we're clarifying everything we're trying to clarify, because apparently I'm the victim and I'm spinning things. So very strange, very strange that I am the subject of so much information on your show, Turtle. Surely you guys have much more better things to talk about.
Well, you said something last week and he just responded. That's all.
It wasn't really anything I said. I was just merely responding to his response to now we could go around in circles forever. But
Yeah.
in the end of the day, Travis hates me. We know this. We should move on with our lives. Um,
Ah,
But
there you
we
go.
have, speaking of moving on with our lives, we have the very popular tag team from Rocket Pro Wrestling. We have Pizza and Beer, Turtle and Sean Danger. Welcome to the program, boys.
Thank you for having us. Well, I guess I'll speak for Sean Danger. He's drunk as
But his
usual. We can't.
microphone works. He should be able to talk.
he- You can go ahead and talk, Sean. I'm not your boss.
Sup, y'all?
Here he goes.
The beauty of Sean Danger. It's hilariousness in the subtleties and non-reactions. Um, let's talk about Pizza and Beer and how it came together and why suddenly are you it, it makes no sense. But on the other hand, it makes perfect sense, which is an enigma under itself. Behind the scenes, when you're speaking of the reality of this business, um, the two of you work harder than most in every aspect of the show, wherever you're at, whether it's assembling the ring, taking the ring down, setup, whatever is happening at a show. The two of you are always doing something. And that's to your credit because you hear it all the time. Nobody helps, nobody does this, nobody does that. So, that's a very popular, and for the most part, a lot of the main talent, kind of comes and goes as they please. So, there is a stigma in this business that if you're a feature player, you don't have to do anything. The good ones do. The good ones help. I've seen Marche Rocket pick up a board from time to time. So, if you know disassembling a ring and putting away chairs is not work for you, then you tell that to Marche Rocket, who might be the class of the business, when he's a good guy, not when he's a prick. But you guys work harder than most, and you're also not looked upon as favorably as you would like to be because you don't get the spots that maybe you deserve, maybe you've earned. At Rocket Pro, you sure do, but else there are other places I feel like maybe there's a bit of an underutilization. Um, but here you are, the two of you together, the unsung heroes. That would have been a better tag team name, the unsung heroes. But I kind of feel like that's accurate because you guys have done a lot for this business. Turtle, bell ringing, kind of a Swiss Army knife per se everywhere you go, whether it be Southland or CSW, Rocket Pro, wherever. You find something to do and you'd usually do it well. And Sean Danger, you see him in IPW all the time working his ass off. I see him at CSW, doing more shit than some of the people that get paid to do shit do. So I feel like Rocket Pro Wrestling is your payback for the effort you guys have given in all the years I've known you. You've always wanted to have your chance to get a bite at the apple. And I don't feel like at some point, maybe not this season, but maybe next season, Tag Team Gold could be in the future for pizza and beer. And that's got to make you guys happy, right? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like this is that moment you've waited for?
I'd say so. I mean, we had the belts in our hands, and then Damian Saint decided to be a prick and play by the rules for the first time in his life, and take them away from us. I get it, seeing the footage, whatever, but yeah, it's maybe maybe down the line, yeah, we should be in the tag team, division officially. I mean, we're just not here to. I mean, yeah, we're here to entertain you, but we're not an entertaining. Like, we're not the art truth of the world right now. We are actually performers. We want to fight. We want tag team championships or
So
even singles titles. Who knows?
Nubby, you're gonna get in trouble by running down our truth. Our truth wants to fight too.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. But
Because what's gonna happen is Paulie Tomaselli is gonna watch this show and be pissed that you replaced him. Plus, you're talking shit about our truth, which I would think he's one of his boys.
I love our truth,
Do we need
but
to have a whole show about Paulie ripping you apart?
no, because then you're just gonna sit there and not defend me like you always do. So
Oh, and that's the pot call. Well, okay, we're gonna stay away from the JFW petulance, which
hey,
runs rampant.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. Paulie Tomaselli's around. You just sit and be quiet while
Because I
he.
love to listen to the man talk. He's got so much experience and so much time and so many great stories of your early life. That's what we love. We love to hear your stories, which makes that should make you happy because that means you're interesting and people want to know about your past when you were on the 800 number.
I'm not shitting on our truth because I love the guy. I love what he does. But we're not. I don't think me and Sean Danger are on that level of our truth. Like, he's our truth's put in a situation where has to be funny, where we want to be funny, but we also want to kick the hell out of people and compete.
You like that respect.
Yeah.
Sean Danger, I've known you a minute. We've traveled up and down the road together. I consider you friend. And I consider you to be one of the essential cogs in the local scenes as far as professional wrestling goes. Do you feel like what's happening at Rocket Pro Wrestling is maybe something, maybe the cosmos saying he's earned this? How do you feel about success when it comes to Rocket Pro Wrestling and pizza beer? Do you think he passed out? Turtle, you couldn't have him sober for one fucking show. Not
Hey,
one
I
fucking
I
show.
can't control what he does if I'm
Sean,
not there.
Sean, if you're with us, nod or do something. I think Sean's dead. Did he die?
I
Red,
didn't do it.
Red,
I didn't do it.
the injury you sustained on him has finally caught up with him.
I didn't do it.
Turtle, do you remember that?
I remember it all.
Let's go back to that. I've always wanted Red to explain himself. What about the lovable Sean Danger made you want to beat that boy with the inch of his life? Was that the dawn of Mr. Young, or is that just you working a little stiff?
No, that was just how ARC handles business, baby.
Yeah, they do.
Is it?
Don't you know the ARC?
I
know
don't
the
know. I don't know
ARC.
how many people have been knocked unconscious by the ARC, like literally unconscious.
Me, I was knocked out by a championship.
Yeah, you were knocked out.
I was by my own weapon. Actually, he took my own weapon.
Yeah,
Miles did. Sure.
Well, we'll hope that Sean Danger answers us at some point. He'll send up a smoke signal. Maybe I should check my messages. Maybe he tried to use two technologies and blew up.
Well, since you brought up like all the stuff we used to do, helping out, doing what we're told, if you will, let's go down memory lane just a little bit. Do you remember a crash tested show where, or actually, what should have been a canceled show, where because of the weather, you remember Justice Jones beating up two people?
I do. Wait, Sean Danger's alive.
That's not Sean Danger.
It's Rion.
Oh, Rion's alive. I thought Sean Danger blinked in for a minute.
What?
Sorry, Phil, go ahead.
What's happening?
Sean Danger passed out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry. I'm over here at Pizza Ranch.
You're at the Pizza Ranch.
Yeah.
The Rocket Pro Arm Wrestling Invitational?
Yeah, I just got done arm wrestling WrestleMania. I then forgot to sign in.
How'd that work out for you?
She won. You
Well,
want to talk to her?
Well, we'll talk to anybody you want to give us.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Hey, y'all. Sorry, you can see in my face.
That's the real deal, Rion Skills. He is at Rocket Pro Wrestling's arm wrestling event at the pizza place.
I'm doing a podcast right now on the Power Hour with Steve. You know Steve Aaron. Steve Aaron, that guy.
Everybody
right
says that. Everybody says that. Who? Oh,
Yeah.
welcome to Power Hour.
Okay. Yeah.
Show what's going on here.
That's the plan, but right now they're looking at us. I'm going to switch it.
Switching over to them.
Yeah. Because they didn't get the kids talk very much about the kids. I can't show that. I can tell you about it, but that particular thing.
I heard Santino arm wrestled our favorite greaser.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Kelly's just
He lost twice.
So far he's lost twice. He lost to Muscle Man and to Nani Gonzalez.
Santino
Oh, wow.
lost to Nani?
Yeah.
But Nani has
Yeah,
little T-Rex arms.
I don't know what to tell you. If the line has died down because everyone has either gotten beaten or has getting a lot of kids were here earlier. I was at line waiting, and I kind of forgot to turn on stuff. Maximus is currently arm wrestling now. I came here looking for pizza and beer, and I don't understand why. Okay, there's no beer?
Nope, they're trying to get the liquor license.
Okay, they're getting illegal. Okay, so it's just pizza here. But still, that should be more than enough for Sean Danger to be here, correct?
We're not sure if Sean Danger isn't there because I'm not sure he's here.
Okay, all right. Well, if you want, I can talk with Muscle Mommy right now. She is officiating. I think they're done with everything. You could probably see that guy over there. He was curling. He was curling the WWE Championship belt. Then you have Team Deneen over here wrestling. Maximus, he has been just mauling all. Wait, no, you won't. You won't do it. You won't. Oh, it's over. I'm sorry for building that up, y'all. Building that particular one up. I may have to go back in it again. I don't know.
Maximus Orion just lost. How absolutely typical that's become.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I was expecting pizza and beer to be here, considering that pizza is definitely here. Uh, like you can
Turtle.
see, what's this? What was that? That was thing went great. Then he walked. Oh, he saw Santino and ran. That makes sense. I am saying a lot of stuff. I hope you can hear me with all of this stuff.
We can hear you. We can hear you perfectly clear.
Okay. There was pizza up here from what I see. I guess they're gonna do a second round.
Turtle, look at that. Turtle just got excited. I think he's drooling.
Dessert pizza. I'm already on it. They have dessert pizza they just brought out. And of course, other stuff is there. Oh, I'm sorry, random person. How are you today? Looking through all the stuff they have, which from the looks of it, they have destroyed everything. There's random parties taking place, drinks as you can see. It's actually dying down. Because everyone now is sitting down as opposed to being over there, and as you see, a bunch of kids. It's kind of.
It's a tremendous event at the Pizza Ranch.
Hold on a second. I knew that was gonna happen.
Oh, here we go.
You tell me, am I live on the Power Hour right now?
You are live on the Power Hour right now. Damian
We're here
Gray
now.
is going to lose this so profoundly.
Yeah, we're here now.
He's talking a lot of crap about me right now.
I'm pretty sure he is. But they're looking at Gray Russell's a kid that I didn't get the name of that I ran over here and heard.
Damian Gray, you smell. You're going to lose.
Steve said you're gonna lose, Gray, and you smell. Steve said that.
Oh, you just gave him motivation, Steve.
This is like Dollar Stop Stallone and Over the Top.
You did that, Steve. You did that. You made that kid lose. He
You
got
should have
the.
said that about Steve. He should have won.
He did that. You did that. You
That's
actively
not on
did
me.
that to
I
that
blame
kid.
myself.
Make sure you check out the Power Hour in a few hours to see what happened to him. Hopefully they remember that he did that and see what happens. We'll see what happens. Sir, you make sure that you remember what happened on the Power Hour later on this day. Sir, you remember later on that you have
Sure,
to
he's
watch
not
the
going to watch the
Power
Power
Hour.
Hour.
Oh, I'll make sure he'll watch it. I'll make sure that he watches it.
Hey,
I'll
look,
make
there she is. Little T-Rex arm wrestling.
He thought I was gonna get this one. He thought,
Oh, they're going again. They're going again.
oh,
Get him!
get him. I'm not gonna say
He was
nothing.
home.
I'm not gonna say
He was
anything.
home.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. If I say something, he'll get the motivation to help that. So I'm just gonna let it happen. Just let it happen. Oh, hey, come on, kids.
Yeah.
You saw it. You saw it. They got that one too. So it's 1-1. And just
What a
letting you
loser.
know. They saw it. They saw it on here. My
That
fingers
is a
pointing at
prelude
you.
to Saturday, Gray.
I've been doing this for 2 hours.
You've been out here for a minute. You've been out here for a minute doing stuff. So I can say
Whoa. What a loser.
yes, I'm on the Power Hour right now. Why are you asking?
Damn, that's a big ass
say to
win.
anybody. They're looking at everything. Let's go to higher stuff. What is happening with who?
Jones, Ryan, no coast. What do you mean?
No coast. Ask the people that are in charge. They're over here. You can just come up over that way. Oh, it's round 3. Oh, wait.
Oh,
Santino, I'll get back to you in a second. Hold on.
come on, kid. Come on, kid.
This band's coming out.
Drop that
I'm
chump.
kidding.
Oh, we got close up. It's intense close up. Get him.
This man holding this other you should have lost. You should have lost. You had this man holding you down. You should have lost.
I just outlasted him on that one. It wasn't strength. That was just.
There were multiple people holding. Yeah. Oh, awesome stuff. Awesome. Good job. Good job. Hey, his arm is bigger than your head. You did great.
I would very much like to see Oh, geez.
I don't know who Stefan is, but that's fine.
He has that I made for him.
Oh,
Stefan is nearby.
find Stefan. Find Stefan.
He's here.
Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, that's where I'm at, expecting to see you guys here. And what are you doing? No deal. Wait, what in the shit? I'm sorry for the random. Hey, ma'am.
Yes,
what is that over there?
That's a game room.
Where is it?
It's right on the other side of the wall.
Thank you. Damn it. Are you kidding me?
Leon has just entered the fun zone. This could go one of two ways.
How you doing? I know this is random, some random black dude walking in here, and I'm sorry for that. I am just casually walking through here, not getting excited about anything. Just saw
Leon
there
wants
was
to
a
play some
kangaroo.
skee-ball.
Just seeing what's here.
Let's play skee ball, Rion.
Where is Sean Danger?
We don't know. He's supposed to be here, but he hasn't said a word.
I don't understand.
Basketball again.
Rion's hiding.
No,
in the corner.
Hey, how you doing?
All the magical stuff at the pizza ranch.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
Is that Nani?
I didn't expect to see someone just pop out of there. That's why
I
I
thought
was
that
very
was
confused.
Nani. That looked like
No,
Nani in that
not
car.
Naughty. Definitely not naughty. Oh, okay. All right. That's almost okay. It's fine. It's fine. Fine. Oh, so this is the. I've never been here. I'm still looking for danger. I know that sounds weird.
Danger. We don't know where Danger is. Sean Danger, can you hear me?
I'm sorry. I
Oh,
got
he's
distracted
here.
by beer.
Rion, he's here.
Sorry. I got distracted by beer. My bad.
Where are you? Where? Am I the only one that sees this to be odd? I don't. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, hey, they thought they saw you earlier because there was a kid that came out of one of the games. They thought it was you. And I had to tell them it wasn't you. I'm pointing like they could see what the hell happened. So there was a kid that came from over there. So I'm just letting you know.
It was
that
a
they thought it
small
was
child
you.
with short arms.
They probably just need to get their glasses checked.
Okay, you two can't hear each other, and that's fine. So I'm just gonna tell you what he said.
What do you say?
He said that it was a small kid, and you
With little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms.
I'm sorry, with little Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. I don't know if that's a description of Manny. She's right here. Why would you say something like that? But it's fine because you actually did say it. No.
Jesus Christ.
You literally said, "Come here." What do you want? Oh yes. You just
Because remember, I'm going to be there Saturday.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
just
Well, so
watch
close
her
to the
with
May the
wisely.
4th be with you. Why not?
Well, okay, she's gone now. All right. Well,
You just can't get good Ewoks for help these days.
I'm not doing this. All right. I look for Sean Danger literally everywhere in here. Because I can
Sean
see
Danger
where.
is here. He's trying to talk to you.
Oh, sorry. Hey, what's up?
What's up, Rion?
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm getting distracted. This is just a bunch of stuff. Arm wrestling? Yes, they're still arm wrestling. Hey. Hello. Sorry, I'm
Didn't you die once?
just watching all the stuff.
It's the sun and the air, like a fart in the wind.
Stupid idiot. Dumbass.
He lost.
again.
The
That's
dumbass
another-
lost.
That's fine.
That's another one that's going to happen on Cursor to Saturday.
Moron.
That's okay. So yeah, I guess I'll switch this over this way. So yeah, pizza ranch. I guess everybody taking off because it is now 7 o'clock. That is the official last arm wrestling deal. Hold on, people are pointing at me. I wanna. Why are you pointing at me? Why are you? Yeah. Okay. All right. That's what I thought. Pointing at me. You know what I mean? I'm back. Sorry. Trying to point at me like I'm not gonna see. All right. Yeah, they're officially done with arm wrestling competition as it is now 7 o'clock, and it was from 5 to 7. Meet and greet is still till 8. I'm going to try and eat something. I'm sorry for interrupting all the things. I expected both pizza and beer to be here, so the fact that they don't sell beer and I don't see pizza being eaten by either one of you is blasphemy.
I
Just
didn't get
putting
the
that out
memo.
there.
I didn't get the memo.
You did okay. I'll make sure that they understand this. Hold on one second. Hold on.
Did you get the memo? It's been advertised
Just
for.
hold on. Hold on. No, no.
I
Hold
saw
on. Hold on. I got time. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
God, you're dead now, Turtle.
That's one game.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, now? Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. One moment. Turtle's mad at you. What? Turtle is mad at you.
What did I do?
Because he didn't get the memo. Pizza and beer didn't get the memo. To be. I know it's
Limited up to 3.
I know. No, you don't have to tell. Okay, I just want to make sure that you understand that this is power hour right now.
I saw it.
So before you say anything else, make sure that you remember you're on the power hour.
Yeah, I saw the Zoom
Okay,
call.
okay, okay. I just want to make sure that you know that. They came up to me and said that they didn't get the memo. So if there's something you want to say to them, that's fine. But I saw the advertising, I got it. I actually paid.
So you saw advertising, you got here. Guess who's sitting on their ass right now doing the power out? Turtle. You're here, right? You're just sitting.
Yeah, I paid.
Came,
I paid.
Santino's here.
Yeah.
Jimmy Ray's here. Cobweb's here. Donnie's here. They're talking about Ethan was here.
Ethan ran away. He ran away. His food was here.
Mommy's here. So you have a car. You could have been here. Rion's here. So I don't want to hear any excuses. Mommy.
How long have you
Okay,
known? Hey, Maximus, how long have you
I
known?
don't want to hear no excuses.
Oh,
How long have you known?
he wants to know how long have you known?
How long have I known about this?
I guess so. I guess that's the question.
Yes.
I guess.
This happened in between last show and now.
We said
Oh.
in between the last show and now.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay.
Because I didn't know until yesterday.
He didn't know until yesterday. Still had 24 hours. I'm not saying that he didn't know enough time, but he still had 24 hours, and that's fine. I didn't say that.
I made another.
Right now.
I made another commitment.
This is a front tag partner to look for.
He made another commitment, and he had something he had to do. So you can't say he's clearly not in the sewer right now. What was the thing that you said?
He's busy chasing around and tracking down his drunk taxi partner.
He's too busy. You know what? That's fair.
That's kind of fair.
He's not wrong.
For you on Saturday.
I really tried to track him down earlier. So that tracks.
Why?
Oh, same thing.
Chocolate?
Hey,
Oh,
Sam.
no, they were
Oh,
gonna
for
get
God's sake.
You know.
Okay, I'm
Now
sorry.
I'm gonna have to edit this.
All right. Okay, I think we're good.
You just can't have Santino on the power hour.
Hour from now, sir. No, I haven't even eaten yet. But I just started. Yeah, I'm gonna casually go do my thing and then go from there.
Why don't you record at one of our events?
Okay, I know that you're. Okay, hold on. You talking business? And the power is over here. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll volunteer.
They trying to do violent. They talking. He just asked me why they're not recording other events. Those two guys there, Mr. Aaron and Mr. Young, are the ones that you would talk to about said situation if you want to.
If they want to, they can. It's totally up to them.
Internet don't lie. It's out there now. Internet don't lie.
Next
So,
time
yeah.
there's an arm wrestling competition.
I know all about it.
Oh, you're gonna let the little. Oh, you mean that guy right there? That guy?
You.
Oh, me. Oh, okay.
Well, compared to Steve Michael here, little.
Yeah, that's right. Steve is the biggest one in the room. Not that Steve, but Steve Michael. So yeah, I completely understand that.
Definitely not
He's
Steve
going with the
Michaels.
big belt. Okay, I'll be back. I'm going. Oh, geez, okay, hold on. All right. Sorry about that. No Sean Danger. No nothing.
He's right there. He's right here.
Hold on.
Is he
Who's that?
really here?
Oh, okay, that's what I've been waiting. So this is where I'm gonna dip out. I'll check with you a little bit. Check with you guys a little bit later. The pizza's up. I'm gonna take care of that if you don't mind.
Enjoy some pizza, Rion. Give everybody our best.
All right, I will be on here for a little bit, but I'm just letting you know as far as this portion of it, I will casually go away.
Thank you for the
That's
live
not the fun.
report from
I want
the
you to see
pizza
this.
ranch.
Muscle Mommy is eating some cars and stuff. You'll never see this happen again. You'll never see it happen again. I just want to make sure that everyone knows.
We love you, Muscle Mommy.
Steve says he loves you. He said we love you, but he said, yeah. I'm just like, okay, all right. I'll just let you know. All right, I'll chat with you in a second. Okay, I need to go. Okay,
Okay.
I'll be here, but I'm about to eat stuff.
Go eat some pizza, Rion. You've earned it.
All right. All right.
And that was Rion Skills.
Well, you
reporting
just
from the
can't
pizza
get
ranch.
that kind of entertainment on any old podcast.
No, you can't.
Could have done without Santino, but that's fine.
How come you
Yeah.
guys don't
Damn,
do
that's a
JFW?
big ass forehead. That's a big ass forehead.
Yeah,
How come you guys don't do that on JFW, man?
that's not what we do.
What do you do?
We talk wrestling, promote. You know,
Actually, I'm going to give a little bit. I'm going to give some flowers to the JFW podcast. Love your new edition. What an amazing difference it is listening to that show now with that guy on. So Apex, nice work.
it's fun. Been fun with him.
He's
having
good.
him on there.
He can speak.
Yeah,
Oh, he can give you
And-
lessons.
probably right. And he's taking up most of the workload now, and bringing more flavor to the show now. So
Hey, you know what? Having Red when Red joined the Power, when Red joined Last Man Talking, it changed the game. And then when Red and I were doing it, and we asked Rion to be a part of it, it changed the game again. And then we were asked Rachel, and it just made us better. So I get that whole thing. I think it did very well for you. So we got this Saturday. Let's start. Sean Danger, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I asked you a question earlier. Then we had our live report from the Pizza Ranch. Can you answer the question, or you probably don't remember the question?
I don't remember. Terrell can take over. I'm drowning in beer right now.
Come on, Mr. Danger. We have known each other a minute. We have traveled the same highways and byways, going similar places. And I have watched you bust your ass and give of your time and your energy to a great many promotions. And you don't get all the opportunities I feel that you are due. Enter Rocket Pro Wrestling and now this whole pizza and beer tag team. Do you feel that this is that opportunity you've earned, that you finally got? And are you happy that you finally got your due? Because let's be honest, pizza and beer as a tag team is the ultimate fan. I mean, I thought the final level the fans loved, but there's just something different when you two walk out. How do you enjoy this success after working so hard to get it?
I've been with that company since day one it started. And it was really hard to get an opportunity. No matter how much of the work I put in, it was just a struggle to get on the card alone. So I'm very happy that I'm finally getting my opportunity after all these years. Throughout it, I only had like maybe one match per season. Just an up and downhill road. So yeah, I'm enjoying my run. I'm definitely happy that I'm finally getting my opportunities. Yeah, I think the whole entire locker room would agree.
I think that's the most I've ever heard Sean Danger say it one time ever. That was an excellent, well thought answer, and I could feel your genuine earnestness in answering it. So I appreciate that. A lot of people would give us a standard answer, but I feel like that came from the heart, Mr. Danger, and I appreciate that. How do you like being paired together? I mean, because it's not like the tag team, you were friends and now you're a team. You're not the Rockers. You just kind of got put together like pizza and beer. It's the great, I mean, when I was 16 years old, I discovered the awesomeness of pizza and beer when I stole my dad's beer at Aurelio's after a baseball party. And I realized at that moment that there might not be a better pairing in the history of cuisine than pizza and a good beer. And now here we are in the wrestling world. Pizza and beer, once again, are showing to be one of the best paired cuisines on the Rocket Pro menu. How do you guys like each other, and how do you like the way that it's working so far? Turtle, you answer first, and then we'll listen to Sean Danger.
I think we work well together, and I'm enjoying this time. Being a tag team with him, and we, like I said, we go way back to the time where we got our ass beat by Justice Jones. Yes, I was the guy under the mask on that show.
Oh, wow.
So
That's a long time, man. That's a long
yeah,
time ago.
yeah, and
That
yeah,
was
that Aaron,
that was pre-Posen detonation days.
yes, it was. I guess we can call it the evil genius era, if you will.
We don't talk about that motherfucker on this show.
I'm just saying he was in charge.
Don't talk about that
Pat,
motherfucker ever.
okay, fine.
There are two
That
things on
well,
this show we don't talk about:
Yeah, we do.
him and Travis. Continue.
well, I can't do that to my boy Travis. All right, but that other guy though, he was running the show, and he told us to go out there and get our ass beat as a distraction for him to come out and beat up Justice Jones. So yes, that was me under the mask. I was a dick. I ruined a happy birthday celebration at the time. My bad. It will never happen again. But yeah, ever since then, really, me and him have been, kind of a team. Whether it's putting a ring together or actually fighting each other. We had that match for the Chicagoland title. It was the Gauntlet, and that was, I think, one of the first times I got to wrestle him, and that's when I was shocked at what he could do. I don't consider myself the greatest, but working with him kind of opened my eyes more about what I can do and what he can do. And I kind of wanted to be a tag team from that point on. And it just worked out right now. Just
Oh,
everything just worked out.
that's great. That's a great backstory. I did not know of your past with Mr. Danger. Sean, what about you? How do you feel about teaming up with a guy now that I know you guys have been lifelong tag team?
Oof. I remember getting my ass whooped by Justice Jones. It was pretty.
Yeah,
It was pretty rough. My chest was just hamburger meat, and my leg got crushed on a frog splash. And I was walking around limping for like 2 weeks from that.
Old Justice Jones. Great character, not the safest fellow in the world. Just ask the evil genius's neck. But that's a story for another time. Do you like being tag team partners with this man?
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't. I'm having a lot of fun in my life. Teaming with them.
For the both of you, what's it like when the music plays and you walk out together and that crowd goes absolutely apeshit? Is that like the cure to all the past ills that you guys have struggled through in this business?
I say so. I mean, just by ourselves, we're pretty popular, but together, it's a whole different energy. And I at least feel it. I can't speak for him, but I do feel like more energy when we're both out there because we're both loved. We both bring a lot to the table, and that crowd still boggles my mind. I know you guys say you don't get it, and I say it a lot too. I still don't understand it, but why do we need to understand it? I'm just taking it in now.
Absolutely.
I'm humbled.
Apologize for nothing.
I humble myself after the show. I'll go into my real life mode. Sometimes you just have to turn it off so you don't get an ego and everything. Ego and
Got an
pride,
ego.
if you will.
You got an ego. You got it.
I don't think so. Everyone, I don't know who actually believes that, but they're wrong. I do turn it off.
Everybody in this business, if you are in this business, you have a ego.
Maybe a small one. Maybe a little small one. But I do turn it off.
You have one. Everybody in this business, you have to have an ego to do what we do. You have to.
I found out very recently that I have one.
I mean, I guess there's good and bad ego.
I'm happy about it. I didn't think I had one. Now that I know that I have one, thanks to JFW Podcast, I'm excited to be here.
Oh boy.
Everybody has to have one.
Yeah. I didn't think I was, being what role I am in the business. I didn't think I got to have an ego, but now that they've told me I have one, I'm very excited to be a part of the team. The ego squad, if you will.
I don't think the word ego was brought up.
Oh, you have to run it back. Now Travis, Travis
I
is
don't
going to
think
have a
so.
whole half hour.
I don't think so. I don't know. I was there.
You better run it back. I think you better go through the annals. It's been said, but that's fine. I'm glad to have one. I was excited to be a part of the team. I've been like the non-ego guy for a long time, and then I found out that, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know, and I'm like, great, this is fantastic. I didn't know I could do it. I feel like a real player now, but that's neither here nor there.
Oh, it took you a while.
Yeah, I did, very much so. In many, many, many ways, Turtle, you're not wrong. Sean Danger, answer that question. How do you feel when you come out from the back and the fans shower you with pizza and beer love?
Definitely an adrenaline. Definitely love the sport. I agree with pretty much what Turtle said, 100%. What you said earlier.
Sean Danger, man of few words, but much meaning. Red, I've asked them the question. Talk to me a little about your perception of pizza and beer, because we sit there and we do the commentary and we talk about them on the air, and we've watched them develop, and you and I have been watching Turtle and Sean Danger for many years. You almost killed Sean Danger, so this whole pizza and beer thing almost didn't happen because of your ego. So let's talk about your perception of pizza and beer.
Honestly, I still don't get the shit. I mean, to come to Rocket Pro, come back as I was one of the originals.
You're an OG.
And then come back. And before I came back, you would constantly say, Turtle's over. And I'm like, there's no fucking way.
It's unbelievable.
No, I couldn't. No, okay, whatever, Steve. You're blowing fucking hot air.
Nope.
There's no way. And to come back, that first show, I wasn't even on commentary. I just came back and I sat there, and his ass comes out, and everybody loses their fucking mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't real.
It's real.
So then he does his thing, leaves. Okay. And then Danger comes out later.
Drunk with a case of beer.
And people are going ape shit again. And I'm like, what? He's fucking doing nothing but. Okay. This is bizarre. Okay. So now we fast forward, right? And as Turtle has said, everything aligned. Everything for what it was, Damian Saint being an ass and a dick,
and a very bad dresser. Let's be honest.
for shit to line up. And I guess the powers that be, and we can say the powers that are, Nuke decided, hey, okay, we're gonna put you in a match, but you're a mystery team. And it was like, and think about it, Steve, we don't know shit. We're just commentary.
They
And we
tell
sit
us
there
very little because they want genuine reactions.
and we sit there and we look up and it's fucking Turtle and Sean Danger.
Pizza and beer.
And but it wasn't announced pizza and beer until the shit hit the screen. And what
Now that
the
we've had them on, it kind of seems like they've always been pizza and beer. Like that's not a
But,
new
I mean,
concept. That's just the way it is.
well, it's not a new concept for us, but it was like, what the fuck? And again, the crowd goes fucking ballistic. And it's like, really, y'all? Really, y'all? This is pizza and this is still Turtle in Danger. But I must admit, so they got in the ring, and we both were impressed that night. Again, we believed also that they had won the tag team titles. And to me, that right there would have been the oh shit. That would have been the moment of the year for this season, hands down. And then of course, uh, and Turtle said, Damien Say finally decided
To
to
do a
actually
job,
do the
right?
right thing. But I think he had no choice because if he didn't, you know, what now you've got Nuke and him, one of them, right is right. But they definitely should be, if not the number one contenders, they should be at least the second in line for the RPW tag team titles. Like it should be happening. We know, hey, we got one more show left in this season, so it might happen then. If not, that gives them time to work on their craft and
Think about it for a minute, Red. We have 2 Rocket Pro shows in less than a month's time. The Hands of Fate could be very interesting over the next 20 days, in which there are 2 shows, spring break and then kicks on 66. Wouldn't it be amazing if Turtle and Danger, Pizza and Beer, got a title opportunity at the season finale and won? And then for the entire summer up until the show in September. What is that? Fall Brawl? No, that's not. That's fall.
Yeah, it's Fall Brawl. Yeah,
Is it Fall Brawl?
September.
No, I thought September
Yeah.
was a different name.
No, it's Fall Brawl.
Fall Brawl, Harvest.
Harvest Havoc.
That's November, and then Darkness Fall. Okay, yeah. So
Yep.
Fall Brawl is the season premiere. That will be the 2020, the 2025 going in 2026. Can you imagine what this world of Rocket Pro Wrestling looks like with Pizza and Beer as the tag team champions for the entire summer and then going to Fan Access in September with those belts? My God, would that put a spur in the saddle of the Undeniable?
But who would have said that we wouldn't defend the tag team titles in the summer?
Well, I mean, we're not running it. I mean, like I said, once May happens, it's
IPW.
you might defend them in IPW. Sure. I mean, like I said, IPW coming back at the end of April for the big spring heat to help out the baseball team and Whiplash. But like I said, we had this show last year. We don't know what IPW is going to be doing the rest of the year. We don't know. The board of directors for IPW a very convoluted enigma. You never know from day to day what's going to happen. That's why it's so hard for Rion as information liaison, because they don't really put out a lot of information. So you maybe you defend him at IPW if there's a show between now and Fall Brawl if you win. So I mean, like I said, there's opportunity to be had, and maybe May is your time. We don't know. Could change, could be different. We don't know what's going to happen. That's the beauty of Rocket Pro Wrestling. You never know what's going to happen until it happens.
It's true. 100%.
I mean, hell, once upon a time, me and Shelly tagged to face Joey Roth and Roxy Hart. Nobody saw that coming. That was on nobody's bingo card that year.
No.
But here we are. So, like I said, crazy shit can happen, and it usually does at the park in Joliet. And speaking of the park in Joliet, spring break is happening this Saturday. And since we're all here and we're all Team Rocket Pro, let's talk a little bit about what we are going to see this Saturday. Because there's a lot of matches that have a lot of different kinds of stuff, shall we say. I'm going to take my glasses off so I can actually see. There are many gimmicky matches, many that's not the word I'm looking for.
Special matches.
Yes, there are many special stipulation matches.
There you go.
Let's start at square one, since not Mr. Young, Mr. Red, his son is showcased on the pre-show. See Red, talk a little bit about the pre-show match as your insane child once again tries to break on through to the other side and become a somebody at Rocket Pro.
He's wrestling. What more like? Don't you hate when Steve just throws shit out there like you ain't prepared?
I lobbed you a softball about your fucking kid.
Right, but again, you want me to talk about?
Hey, Red, talk about your family. How are you unprepared for that?
It ain't that, but
again, Jesus fucking Christ!
I don't know the guy.
Got to complain about the way I do my shit.
I do, because I don't know the guy he's wrestling. I mean, shit. Like, I have no idea. And then at one point, I heard didn't it say it was for some championship or something? What? Right. So I mean, a new title that I know nothing about, So I mean, if you're gonna ask me who I'm gonna pick, of course I'm gonna pick my son. But I mean, shit. I mean, what more do you want me to say?
Who's your son fighting?
I have no idea. Some dude that looked like he just, I don't know. Shit, he got sunglasses on in the beard.
The Psycho D'Angelo Steele will be taking on Morgan Taylor.
I have no idea who
Route 33 Open Weight Championship. There, I gave you all the shit.
There you go. D'Angelo Steele will walk away with the new title. There we go.
Turtle, what say you about this magical? Speaking as a person that was looking for opportunities, no matter how small, this is a dark match at a pre-show match at Rocket Pro with all those eyes in the back that watch the monitors. What are these guys going to do, and what do you think about what's going to happen?
I think they're going to tear it up. This is almost like a main event match on any other show. I don't know Morgan Taylor, but I'm going to say he's going to win because he's not going to come all the way to Joliet to lose to a psycho who has an imaginary girlfriend named Rachel.
Leave Rachel out of this.
I too agree that Morgan Taylor walks into Joliet and dispatches D'Angelo Steele very quickly. And it might not be he's not going to beat him like he's going to dominate him. I'm not saying that.
You just said quickly.
Well, quickly, because the only consistent thing when it comes to D'Angelo Steele is his ability to self-destruct quicker than Tom Cruise's briefcase in Mission Impossible.
Tom
So
Cruise don't use them. Has he watched Mission Impossible? Tom Cruise don't use the damn briefcase.
anyways, yeah, D'Angelo Steele will find a way to beat himself, and Morgan Taylor will win. What about you, Sean Danger? What do you think about this match from someone who would have given anything to have a pre-show match?
Uh, I'll pick that guy. I don't know.
Sean Danger picks that guy. I'm not sure that guy's fighting in the match, but we'll have to see if they made it a triple threat. Morgan Taylor versus D'Angelo Steele versus that guy. Sean Danger is drunk. But that's okay. We love
Are you shocked?
What?
Are you shocked?
No, not at all. No. Sean Danger, a drunk Sean Danger is a thriving and healthy Sean Danger. We've come to love and respect it. Let's start talking about some of these very interesting stipulation matches. A dog collar tornado tag team match. That's a lot. There's a lot of shit going on in that match.
No, it ain't. It's just all 4 men hooked up to dog collars, and guess what?
That's a lot of shit.
Ain't nobody got a fucking tag. It's just one big ass fight.
The ironic thing about this dog collar tornado tag team match is really when you get down to brass tacks, there's only one of the persons on this flyer that regularly wears a dog collar. And of course, I'm talking about Roxy Hart, but that's neither here nor there. So we've got Joey and we've got our favorite rock star, Johnny Nye, taking on the man we saw lose at arm wrestling because he fought 20 children, Mr. Damian Gray, and the artist formerly known as Kevin Cade. How do we see this match breaking down? Sean Danger, how do you win a dog collar tornado tag team match?
And you threw it to him first.
Turtle, how do you win a dog collar tornado tag team match? This is just shouldn't happen.
You just beat the holy, I'll say it, dog shit out of your opponent. And
only Red gets to swear here.
Oh, okay.
It's his show?
His show. Okay. Well, either way, I said what I said. You just beat the crap out of each other with the chain, and you're connected with each other. There's no escaping. One guy can try to run, but then you're pulling him by his neck. And I say this is the beginning of the end of what we know as the Idols.
There are 2 idols, Turtle. There's the Fabulous Idols and the artists formerly known as the Idols that are pretending to be the Idols.
I am saying this is going to be the end of what we know about them.
So what you're saying is the Idols are going to win, which means you don't know.
The Idols, the Idols are going to win, but it's not going to be the same after this show. They're not going to be the same.
Red, I have no idea what the fuck you just said. Why don't you take this one?
Again, it's the old Idols versus the new Idols.
Okay, that at least gives us some clarification. Turtle got stuck in the mud a little bit.
The realization
Alabama
is
in a rear-wheel drive car.
The realization is the old Idols will lose. The reason being is you already mentioned the factor of Roxy. Understand, in this type of match, there are no DQs. There are no disqualifications. That means Roxy has full reign to do whatever she feels she needs to do. So if she low blows, if she hits somebody with a chair, she uses a pipe, whatever, there's nothing that anybody can do.
I'm not going to touch it. I want to so very badly about Roxy using a pipe. I'm just going to let that go off into the ether.
Please. So, I mean, John Bowman, can Can you just imagine John Bowman? That
Never
is
heard of
his
him.
name.
Whose name? Turtle?
Being chained together against Joey. Like, whether you like him or not,
I kind of like him
Bowman
a little bit.
is a massive, massive man.
Well, who's going to be chained to Kevin Cade?
You see what I have to work with on Tuesdays? Thank you. So I don't see that being good.
Yeah.
And again, knowing that Roxy is on the outside or in the inside, like, and the ref is just there to count the fall. That's it. Like, she can slap the dog shit out of the ref and he can't do nothing. Like, so at the end of the day, it's really, again, 3-on-2. And I think she is trying to put, Joey in his place, put him out the pasture. And we still have not gotten why. We have not gotten the answers of why this has happened. It's, I mean, it's funny that the idols exploded the way they did. When I left, they were the ones taking over. Then I come back and all of a sudden, yeah, they're running the show with Saint. And then maybe is it because I came back?
So
I beat
who's
him.
Who's the faction slayer then? Not me.
I
now,
beat
right?
him. I beat him.
I beat him too. And then I lost to him. But that's neither here nor there.
I haven't lost to him.
Sean Danger popped on for a second. Sean, did you have opinion about the hooker on a pole match?
I picked the dog to win.
I'm sure that, like I said, I don't think that match even gets started because I think Roxy gets arrested by Joliet's finest for being a streetwalker. But that's again a show for a subject for another show altogether. And we also you keep yelling at me about the Kevin K. John Bowman thing. I'm not the only one who doesn't like it when people change names. Travis doesn't like it either. Moving on. Let's talk about that crazy 8-man tag match. I mean, this is a clusterfuck of epic proportions. I don't know if names were put in a hat and they drew them out to see how this was going to work. But I look at the team you're fighting, guys. I'm looking at Maximus Orion,
It's the undeniables.
The American Maximus. We've got Rozzy, former security guard. We've got Eric Schultz, the attorney. And then we've got Red's favorite wrestler, Jesus DeSafio. Yes, I know they're the undeniable, but don't they have that vibe of the Avengers B team that's coming out on May 2nd? What do they call those guys?
The Thunderbolts were never the B team.
Well, I mean, they're kind of the B team. When the Avengers are gone, they put them together and they see what can happen. Maybe they save the world. Maybe they die. Nobody cares. It's like, it's like Marvel, God, I can't even remember the name. What's the DC thing? It's the same fucking thing.
Clearly, Steve has
Suicide Squad, right? It's the DC Suicide Squad, right?
He's never watched or read a comic book. Lord have mercy.
I have read plenty of comics. I have read plenty of comics. I really enjoyed Batman the Dark Knight comic books by Frank Miller. Those are my favorites because those were extremely violent and very compelling. But again, that's we could call the fourth. No, what are they called now? They're not they're not the fourth mother box, right?
No, they're Scourge of Society.
The Scourge of Society. We'll have them back on and we'll talk all about comic books. And then Red can try to run laps around me for my comic book references here. But they still look like a poor man's Avengers against the Justice League of Professional Wrestling, Sean Danger, Diesel Trax, the Suburban German, and the incredible Sean Danger. There's no contest. The Undeniable the Thunderbolts light gets killed. End of story. I don't think it's. I think that match takes 5 minutes. It's going to be like Santino Morel in the Royal Rumble.
First of all, Santino lasted longer than not 5 minutes. Second of all, again, this will go longer than 5 minutes.
Nah, the other team sucks. You
That's
just
because
watched Maximus Orion lose to children.
Steve. It is the undeniable. Every time we have come on here, and every time we have swore up and down and believed that they were finished. Now they hold all the titles, right?
No, not anymore.
It's all going to change.
Schultz isn't the champion no more.
Well, I mean, that finally somebody.
They hold a lot of gold, but they don't hold it all. And like I said, over the next 2 shows, I believe they will be holding the bag of nothing.
Well, we will see. But again, I'm not. So I am picking. Only because my favorite guy is wrestling. So I'm going to stick with him. So I'm going to pick. And at least they're on the same. How did you call? Anyway, Steve, I'm going to pick Diesel, Jaeger Bomb, and Pizza and Beer.
Who's your favorite guy?
Diesel. That's my
dude. Diesel's your favorite guy?
Yeah.
Of all time?
One of them, yeah.
Well,
we've got a lot in common.
Sean Danger and Diesel Tracks have a lot in common. Sean, do you think you guys are going to get drunk before the match? Because that's a real that happened at IPW. Let's be honest.
I'm going to beat that ass.
You're going to beat Diesel Tracks' ass? He's on your team.
No, the other guys.
And it means you're going to get drunk and beat some ass.
Yeah.
That Sean Danger got emotional. That was an emotional testimony about what's going to happen.
I felt it right here.
Turtle, how do you guys win this match? How do you?
That's our burn.
Red's talking about shenanigans, as he always does when it comes to the idol. He's not wrong.
He's not. There will be shenanigans, but Maximus hasn't been on a winning streak lately, and I think it'll continue. I don't think he's gonna get along with his guy teammates, just knowing how much of a failure he has been. But to me, it's not really winning or losing at this point. I want to beat their ass some more, and I really want to beat that smirk off of Rozzy. That is my goal. I just want to punch Rozzy in the face. He has a very, very punchable face. And I just really want, and I really want to punch it. And maybe kick him in the kneecap just for the fun of it.
What about Schultz?
Schultz, I feel like
he's been the bane of your existence since Proving Grounds.
That is true.
There's some history. There's some history not all the motherfuckers know.
Oh yeah. And it has evolved into a big thing, which is awesome. Schultz, I feel like I still got to punch him in the face as well. I've had a time to be able to do it, but I didn't get enough in. He's been a pain in my ass everywhere, even in Southland Championship Wrestling. He cost me the high voltage title, and he was there.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. When are you going to get on the fucking main card at SCW? What the fuck?
I've actually been on the main card twice this year. One against Scott Spade.
12 times. 12 times more. You're a feature player.
I don't know. Flat Top is doing some weird things over there, and Travis is, making sure that I get to wrestle. So if Flat Top is not booking me, at least Travis is.
Do I need to come back to SCW, become general manager, just so you get the opportunity?
I mean, if that's what it takes. But I was on the main card against Scott Spade. He
Who?
choked me.
Who?
Yeah, I get it. A torture killer. We'll go with
Who?
that.
Who?
The bald guy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He choked me out, and I guess I won. And then I ended up beating Freiberg again on the main card. So I've had my time, but yeah, I should be on there more. I should be.
I think so too.
But nonetheless, Eric Schultz was a pain in my ass, still is, and I gotta punch him too. But Rozzy is my goal. I just want to punch him.
You want to get over on, I get it. It makes perfect sense. I understand that. That's a fair assessment of what's going on. Let's talk a little bit. I need to get back into my screen. I lost my screen that has all these matches. I should know them all about. Okay, so let's move on to another special stipulation match. We have got the final battle, as they say, for the Kings of the Sixth. It's the last chapter. The book is about to end. Delvin September taking on our good friend Skylar Reed in a submission match. That means there's no pin, there's no count out. It's got to be a submission. To me, Skylar Reed wins this all day because Skylar Reed is a better wrestler than Dion October in every way. Historically, in Wisconsin, when you say Skylar Reed's name, it strikes fear into the hearts of some people. Skylar Reed in Joliet is one thing. Skylar Reed outside of Joliet is a whole other thing. And I think we need to start recognizing the talent that this man is. And I think he needs to start getting some title opportunities because we are lucky to have that talent. And I think Devlin July is going to get his ass kicked, and I think it's going to be another Santino Marella Royal Rumble match. This might be the quickest show in Rocket Pro history. Every match is 18 seconds.
No.
Who wants to speak first? Who wants to go against me and my Skylar Reed pick?
I'm not against you.
I'm not against your pick. You saying it's gonna be quick? It's not
quick.
It's not gonna be quick, but I will pick Skylar.
Devarius November is ye of little talent.
Skylar has more in his arsenal, I believe, than August does. And I believe that is where we will come down to. They both will try different submissions, but Skylar is a technician and will be able to, he has more tricks up his sleeve. So I believe he will win, but I don't believe this is going to be quick. You've got to wear your opponent down. If you want to put on a good submission, you've got to focus on a body part. You have to constantly attack that body part to the point where your opponent has no other choice but to submit, tap out, or pass out.
I'm with you. However, Backwoods Brown says Skylar Reed's a bad, bad man. 24 seconds at the most. Turtle, what say you?
I am going with Skylar, but it won't be that quick because even though Devon January is a Punk undeniable member, he is good in the ring. Not as good as Skylar. So I'm gonna say we go about 45 seconds.
I appreciate that. I'll give you that distance. Sean Danger, what about you?
I'll pick Skylar Reed.
I'll take Skylar Reed for 50, Alex. See, I think Sean Danger thinks he's playing Jeopardy. But we love him nonetheless. Yeah, so like I said, it's the final chapter for the Kings of the Sixth. You know, I thought they were a pretty good tag team, but those days are over, and who knows if they'll ever be back again. Let's do the crash tested tribute match as we have BOW taking on the Ripper, Victor Wade, in a CTW Where Are You Now match. I would think this matchup would happen on Chicago Elite Pro Wrestling, wouldn't you? It's a little familiar, right?
That's
No.
phenomenal.
Take the date that brought you to the dance with her. You know what I mean?
No.
Hey, when Eric Bischoff shows up, you know there's a conspiracy. By the way, I invited him back on this show as long as he comes without a mask. That's all I have to say about that. I'm Forrest Gumping my way out of this shit. Anyways, we've got
this BOW. He's
BOW.
been on the road.
He's rolling, right? Red? Go ahead. Preach, Red.
He's been killing everybody since he's been back. There, Wade just don't even show up. Like unless you like getting your ass kicked. And I mean, I guess you're part of the undeniable, so there could be shenanigans. But BOW is a big boy, and he's big enough to fuck up everybody by himself. So I think anybody, especially if I can see this happening, and it's so fucked up that I see this in my head that Devin August is just lost and submitted to Skylar Reed. And during this match, Wade is getting his ass kicked. And August comes out limping. And BOW kills his ass for good. And he double pins. Matter of fact, he takes August and starts using August as a weapon against Wade and beating both of their asses. So double pin. But BOW all the way. I see him, regardless who wins the championship match. I see BOW placing himself definitely closer to the top of the ranks in order to get a shot at the RPW title.
That's a fair and honest assessment of the situation. I tend to think the Ripper will be a bit more savvy in this match than we think. Unlike the rest of the cronies in the undeniable, Ripper, who had taken some time off, is really quite a gifted wrestler. Back in his heyday, he was one of the best I ever saw. So the fact that he's back and he's trying to get his ring legs back in, he's done very well so far for himself here. I am not willing to rule him out. Do I think BOW should, win this match and win it going away? I mean, he's a monster. It's hard for the man to beat the monster, but we remember the white masks. We know the Ripper has an intelligence and an IQ for this business, unlike most people. So if there's a way to chop down the giant and bring him down to his level, I think he's a student of the game, and I think he is going to come at BOW with an offense with the intent to win this match. Everybody thinks BOW is going to win this match going away, but nobody's told to Victor Wade, and he's not listening. He doesn't believe that's going to happen that way. I think it's going to be a little closer than we think, but in the end, BOW is just too much man. Turtle, what say you?
I agree. I'm going with BOW, but Victor Wade knows BOW. Like you said, this is a crash tested, coming back.
Where are they now match?
Right. That's what I mean. Yeah, where are they now? So they both have something to prove. BOW's in Rocket Pro. He wants to be a champion. Victor Wade, he's coming back out of his sabbatical. And I was in the ring with him. He's one tough son of a bitch. So, but I'm still going with BOW because, fuck undeniable.
Yeah, fuck him. Danger, the Ripper or the monster?
I'm gonna pick the crash tested dummy.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Comment of the night. That might be the title of this episode. I pick the crash test dummy. Oh my God. I'm writing it down. That's spun gold right there. I'm jealous that I didn't think of it. Moving on. Ryan Matthews is going to get destroyed. I mean, this is okay. So I've been talking all about Santino Marella. Ha ha, fun. This really could be that. Sam Knight is a fucking beast. Everywhere he goes. C3, we know the beast. He is the implement of Mr. Young's destruction. He is the tool that Mr. Young is using to have the board pull out all the stops. And we'll talk about that as we get a little closer to that show. But Sam Knight, being an OG Rocket Pro guy, his comeback has been phenomenal. He has done phenomenal. And Ryan Matthews is a speed bump to Sam Knight. 8 seconds. Again, the quickest rocket. We're going to be out of Joliet by 7:30, the way this is going. Turtle, what say you?
So I am going with Sam Knight, and it's not just because it's Ryan Matthews and he sucks. Sam Knight is also defending a championship in this match. He is the Battleground Heavyweight Champion, and he is defending that title in this match. So it's title for title. So now he's got, more of a target on his back as a challenger for one title and defending his title for his company that he works out elsewhere. So Ryan Matthews, he's got to defend the title, and he could potentially win this match, but it's Ryan Matthews, and Sam Knight has a lot more going for him.
For me, it's Sammy Two Belts all day long. What about you, Red?
You already know the right hand of God.
That's not Ryan Matthews. Ryan Matthews is the left.
God. Matthews, think about it.
He's the left buttocks of God.
There is no more Frank in his corner. There's nobody to help him out if he gets in a bind. So as long as this is a one-on-one match, all of that smile. First of all, I want Sam Knight. Sam, if you watching this show, I want you to take that giant cardboard head of his. I want you to fold it in four times. And then I want you to take it, that same cardboard cutout, and stick it up the face of Ryan Matthews where the sun don't shine.
That is a gigantic head. Ryan Matthews has a gigantic head, said no one ever. But that's neither here nor there. Sean Danger, what say you about this match?
I'm picking Sam Knight.
Simple, easy peasy, right to the point. Sean Danger with the clarity of a god. Next match is going to be for the Zero Gravity title. It is a match that I am taking very personally. It is the Dreambreaker, Aaron Stone, the champion, putting on the line his title versus the notorious pain in my ass, Shaq Jordan. I was in the middle of that ring when this challenge got issued.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've had a while to think about this. I would pick Aaron Stone anyway because I have felt the strikes of Aaron Stone, and he is a mythical creature in the institution of wrestling with what he can do. And I think Shaq has a little ways to go to catch up to Stone. And that's not just my personal bias. That is my professional opinion. Shaq gets all the glamorous matches. Ali, he's got a match coming up against EC3. But when you put them side by side, as you will find out this Saturday, the Dreambreaker is the better wrestler. That I am biased about. I want to see the Dreambreaker chop him. I want to see the Dreambreaker kick him. I want to see the Dream Breaker jump out of the ring and land on his face. I want Shaq Jordan to suffer in the most maximum of ways. And after all is said and done, I hope he leaves a little bit of Shaq Jordan left over, so maybe I can pick the bones a little bit, because I have a score to settle. And I don't know if you heard this. I've talked about it a little bit on the show. I don't know if Turtle and Danger have heard this, but we had a situation at Knockouts Roller Derby. Now, Shaq has run his mouth about the knockouts for a while now, in ridiculous, stupid fashion. But he decided at the last bout in March that he showed up. And I saw him as clear as day that whole time. He was there when the show started, sitting up in the rafters watching. And I made a comment acknowledging his presence and, what a poor excuse for a wrestler he is. And he decided he was going to come down and victimize me at my other job. Fortunately, the real deal Rion Skills intervened and ushered him out of the building. But he was looking for blood. So not only did he hit me with a steel chair in the ring during our interview, but he also followed me to the knockouts to try to inflict more pain. So that means I'm living rent free for whatever reason in the head of Shaq Jordan. And this Saturday at spring break, since I'm living there for free anyway, maybe I'll buy a little property. That's all I'm saying. Red, what do you say about this match?
For somebody that said they wasn't biased, shit, he lied.
I lied. Travis says I do that, so it's true. Now you see right through me.
Totally biased.
I'm a victim too.
And the problem is, you just mentioned, yes, he has wrestled Ali. He's on the cusp of getting ready to wrestle EC3. There's a reason why Shaq Jordan is let's call it for what it is. He's a hot fucking commodity. Right.
And he's an ass kisser to ownership. Let's not forget that.
Let's not forget he got rid of Gunner by any means
I still
necessary.
say that's up for debate.
You cannot shortchange Shaq Jordan. You cannot count him out.
When he hits you in the back with a steel chair, let's see how you shortchange him.
Steve,
look what you did to poor Renee Van Peebles, for Christ's sake.
Who?
I'm sorry, that's a different person. That's on me.
Again, don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shaq Jordan, again. Shaq, I'm going to go with Shaq.
I think you were about to say Shaq Jordan is a punk ass bitch. I think that's what you say. You were about ready to say it was on the tip of your tongue. I could see it coming off.
No. If Shaq really goes into this match Saturday, in which I'm sure he will, and his focus is taking that title, regardless of what it means to anybody else, there won't be any stopping Shaq Jordan.
It might.
So,
Turtle, what say you? What say you? Do you think Shaq's going to beat the Dream Breaker, or what are your feelings?
A year ago, I would have said Dream Breaker all day. But today, Shaq Jordan's on another level. However, I'm going to say Stone retains, but not because he's going to win. There's a factor out there, and that's going to be the manipulation of the match.
The manipulation of the match.
Mm-hmm.
Are we talking about the undeniable?
Mm-mm.
Are we talking about somebody that's gunning for the zero gravity championship?
No.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know what manipulation is going to happen.
Turtle, could that manipulation be on the screen right now?
It could be.
No, no. See, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. Okay. I have been accused. I have been ridiculed. I have been insulted in getting involved in these things publicly. They love to take their shots at me when I'm in that ring. And the last time I was in that ring, I got knocked out. I got hit with a chair. I got hit in the face. And I'm too old for that shit. Okay. I am too old, too broken. I got too much going on at home. There is no way that I am going to have anything to do with anything that's going on this Saturday. It's just not, it's my heart's not in it anymore. I'm going to finish my year and then I'm gonna do what Rion always says he's gonna do. I'm gonna walk off, and so I'm really not that motivated. I would love to see Aaron Stone do the job, and I don't like that Shaq has been stalking me, but it's spring break. It's not my place. The only time I've ever gotten up from commentary to do anything was when someone attacked my tag team partner Shelly. I wasn't even able to get up to help you, Red, when things went bad. And I got ridiculed for that. So again, Rocket Pro has me on a very tight leash. I've been in talks with Kevin. Kevin has been very clear about what my role at Rocket Pro is. And Kevin doesn't mince words. Steve, you're a commentator. You are support talent. Do your job because you do it better than anybody, and go the show from start to end. And like I said, I respect Kevin, and I would never want to do something against Kevin. So I will sit there, I will call the match. If Shaq wins, I will not be happy about it, and I will voice my displeasure because I'm sure he'll cheat. But I'm not manipulating a goddamn thing this Saturday.
Okay, maybe you won't. Maybe you won't do it on purpose, but it doesn't mean you won't be a factor.
Well, I suppose that anything is possible. Maybe I'm yelling, and I guess my voice carries. Maybe he'll hear something.
It does.
So
I can hear you in the bar.
But yeah, it's not gonna be me.
Hell, I can hear him outside while I'm smoking.
That's fair. That's fair. Sean Danger, what do you think? Do you think Steve is gonna? I felt like Billy Wack for a minute. Do you think Steve is going to come up and do shenanigans, or do you think these two are gonna beat the shit out of each other?
They'll beat the shit out of each other.
Who wins?
Aaron Stone.
Okay. I'm gonna go on record. I don't do this very often. Guarantee Aaron Stone is the zero gravity champion at the end of spring break. I am so confident in his abilities and Shaq's lack of abilities that in the end, Stone gets his hand raised. That's not just a guarantee. I'm gonna do a little Paul Heyman. That's a spoiler. No way the notorious Shaq Jordan wins that match. He is not walking out of there with a title. There's no way. Because I believe in the Dream Breaker, Aaron Stone. He is back to his form, and on Shaq Jordan's best day, he couldn't hold or lace up the boots of the Dream Breaker. Let's move on to what could be the most personal match on the show, or what the most personal situation. And we have seen these guys do very violent things and cause a lot of turmoil. And we talk about contract signings, and we see them all the time. See them on TV, see them at events, the contract signings. But this contract signing between the Freebirds and Youth Gone Wild, some scary shit could happen, in my opinion. All of these people in the ring at one time with a pen. I have a bad feeling about this. I don't know how y'all feel, but I know they're signing the contract for Kicks on 66 for the final chapter in their story. But we got to get through a contract signing. I got maybe they won't even make it. to Kicks on 66. Red, what say you?
Do not use any tables. Shit. We see how that goes.
Yeah.
Mm.
I love the Freebirds. Everybody knows that. I've stated that publicly. I am
You're like an
off.
honorary Freebird in a way.
I am. I'm an offset of the Freebirds. So I will always ride with the Freebirds. Unfortunately, they don't have the numbers game. You've gone wild with Rat by their side. Um, that's 3-on-2, and we've seen what they can do when it is 3-on-2. Um, I I wish that everybody would just sign the fucking contract, say what they gotta say, and leave. But Heisman's gonna be there, so we know throw that shit out the window. So I just hope they save it all for Kicks on 66, and let's put a end to this bullshit caused by Youth Gone Wild.
Turtle, what say you?
So I was there when the first chair shot was thrown. And this was, fuck, I think 2 years ago. That's how long this view's been going on, for a couple years. And it happened right in front of me, the so-called accidental chair shot to a fan who ended up being Tristan Hayes himself. I don't believe
We really don't bring that part of it up. There's a gag order on, so just be careful what you're saying. I don't want you to get in trouble.
I know, Steve. I know. Trust me. I'm a professional.
I understand. Just I don't want you to get that heat.
And if I do,
We know how hot that heat can be, Turtle. We've been burned.
Dude, I've been in so much heat over the years, I don't give a shit. But I know what I'm
Back in
saying.
December when we have the shoot show.
Yeah. So, like I said, I was there, and I don't believe it was accident. I think Tom Heisman knew what he was doing, and he wanted this to happen. He wanted this fight to lead to Kicks on 66. And I know we'll maybe make a prediction later on, but I think if we got them in the building Saturday, it's not going to be your ordinary put someone through a table contract signing. Someone's getting penned in the eye. I think the whole locker room's going to come out again.
Joliet's finest will be standing on by because they know there's a streetwalker nearby, so they'll be there to hopefully police the situation after the Vice Squad has taken care of the escorts. But that's another story. Sean Danger, what say you about a contract signing?
Perfect.
I don't think he knows what a contract is.
He's just drunk. That's all. All right, let's move on to the two main events. It's kind of like a double main event, if you will. Reds BFF and Soul Toucha brethren, Marche Rocket takes on Red's favorite wrestler, Rocket Pro Grin, in a strap match. I don't know what possessed Grin to make this match or how this match even came to be honest with you. Because I don't want to get hit by Marche Rocket's hands, let alone a goddamn strap. Can you even imagine what that sounds like and what that feels like?
We're gonna find out.
I don't know if the ringmaster has shenanigans planned for this. Will other members of the Three Rings come to the assistance of Grin? Because, Marche and Grin have a storied past, but right now, to me, Marche Rocket might be at his most unbeatable. So I don't know how that works out for Grin, but is Grin going to free his mind? Is that going to be Grin's ticket to victory in a strap match? This one's too close to call, man. I don't know who to pick. Red, what do you think?
All day.
You fucking homer. Turtle, what about you?
So I thought the casket match was going to be the end all be all for this feud. But I guess not. So we're running it back, and now it's a strap match. What more can they do to each other? Well, you got a strap, and Marche's hands are just like a strap. So I'm going with Marche because I think he has a lot of retribution and revenge and slaps and chops and kicks. And come on, he put him in a casket. Grim put Marche in a casket. I think Marche's pissed.
Sean Danger, I hear they plan on using you as the strap. What do you say about this match?
I'm picking Marche.
Hey, he's back. Welcome back. How do you feel about being the strap in this match? I mean, that's got to be uncomfortable.
You scared him.
Don't answer. Don't answer. It's okay. Yeah, that's it. Again, I don't know how this ends with a strap. That's rough business right there. But it's happening this Saturday at the park. And then our main event. We have he's been the champion for what? He said what? 400 and some days. What's the exact total? Do we know? Is it 409 or something like that?
No idea, but how many times did he actually defend it?
Well, he'll get on that soapbox, Steve Michaels will, and I did it at IPW and I did it in Hawaii. I just don't do it necessarily very often in Joliet. But that's fine. He can do what he likes. He's the champion. You have that privilege, I guess. Plus, he's the undeniable poster boy. So you've got that going for you too. He has to fight an opponent that I think can outmuscle him. And I think that is the interesting dynamic of this match. Because when Michaels goes to bear hug Max Holiday, you're not inflicting that kind of pain on Max Holiday very easily. And I think Max Holiday, for a big man, is a lot quicker and a lot more technically sound, perhaps, than our champion. And I don't mean that in a negative way. Michaels has been champion a long time. He's beaten a lot of people. He earns his flowers. He's been a fighting champion for the most part. He's been in a shitty organization that's helped him at every turn, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he's held the championship for more than a year. Enter an outcast from the three rings, which are royalty in Joliet, and now you get this match with J-Beck in the corner of Max Holiday and Damian Saint in the corner of Steve Michaels. So what's going to happen outside the ring? What's going to happen on the inside of the ring? Because I'll tell you what, if at some point in that match, as the hours tick down, if he hits him with that boot, I don't know if he'll be wearing fur. I don't know if her name will be Sue. But if Max Holiday hits that boot, he walks out of Joliet the champion. Michaels is tough, but he's not unbeatable. Max Holiday might be pretty close to being unbeatable. So I pick new champ. I pick Max Holiday. I think he defends the virtues of Frank and gives him a reason to celebrate in grand Hollywood icons status and style. And I think the undeniable do nothing but lick wounds all night. But the counterbalance is if Michaels does lose the championship, what are we dealing with next year? A very angry and pissed off Giant. So it's a high risk, high reward scenario, but I think Max Holiday becomes a new champ. What about you, Red?
Max. Short and to the point. J-Beck the paycheck, who you really didn't mention.
We talked about Frank on the outside with Damian.
Yeah, but he's J-Beck has a bone now to pick with Dave. And I honestly think he gets his hands on
if he
But
doesn't miss.
I will agree. If Sue shows up, Sue will show out, and we have a new champ, and that's all it takes. Like, and we love, on the Power Hour, we love Max Holiday, but I've been in the ring with Sue.
Yeah, you
Sue,
got to shine. Sue shined you up pretty good the last time.
Sue Sue is a bitch. I hate her. He knows that. Fuck you, Sue. I've said it publicly before. So, and if if Sue kisses Michaels, they can kiss the undeniable can kiss that title goodbye. And I don't give a fuck who run the fuck out there. Michaels ain't getting up. Period. You know how the ring got to be broke down afterwards. Y'all gonna have to work around trying to figure out how the fuck to tear the ring down with that big ass monster laying in the middle of the ring still there. Have fun with that.
Yeah, have fun with that. Turtle, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with Travis's best friend and longest 3-time SCW heavyweight champion, Max Holiday.
Solid pick. We might be unanimous. Sean Danger, what about you?
Whoever drinks the most beer.
That's
So
Max.
That would be you, Sean Danger. Are you going to walk out of there, the new champ?
Damn right.
Wow, well, that's a bold statement right there. So that is happening this Saturday at the park in Joliet on Theodore Street, next to a church of unknown name. And it will be a great show. Doors at 4, showtime at showtime is earlier because we have the pre-show match. So the doors open at
4:30-ish.
4. The doors open at 4, and then the match starts at what, 4:30?
About 4:30.
Yeah, and then the main show starts at 5. So you got a lot to see this Saturday night. It's going to be a great opportunity. It's going to be a great experience, and we'll all be there. All of us on these screens will be there in some form or fashion. So come spend your Saturday night with Rocket Pro Wrestling. Get there early so you can get a good seat because they will fill up. They have been on a run lately of standing room only, which makes me happy because that means wrestling is alive and well in Joliet and Rocket Pro's doing good work. Sean and Turtle, thank you so much for being on tonight and telling your story and talking about all the things you're doing. And thanks for being part of our Pizza Ranch live remote. And thanks for helping us break down this card. I will extend to you the opportunity to stay and discuss a couple other things if you like, or you can take your leave of us if you have other things to do. But we appreciate you. Thanks for coming on and being your entertainment, your entertaining ego selves.
I appreciate that, Steve. Glad to be here as always. We're FreakNet to the end, no matter
To the
what.
end, and that end is coming soon. Are you staying or going?
Oh, I'm gonna stay. I might have some things to say about Frontline. Who knows?
Fantastic. Danger, are you staying or going?
I'll stay.
All right. So, Red, we've got special guest hosts now the rest of the way. I'm still holding out hope that Cactus will be here to help me break down the knockouts. So let's go talk about battle lines first. This Saturday, the battle brand of Frontline Pro has their big battle line show, and it's a very exciting thing for us. How many wrestling companies out there that aren't on Netflix have 2 brands, Turtle?
Not many, if any at all. I only know of one.
So to me, that's a pretty strong statement about the prowess of Frontline Pro, wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely. I love what's going on up there at Frontline.
It's some cool stuff, right?
Oh, hell yeah.
And there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening. Jesus Christ. So many things happening this Saturday at the Wausau Elks Lodge in Wisconsin. It's going to be I mean, I work for the Bakerville brand. That is one of the brands. So I don't get to go, and I'm not able to. I don't think I could do 30 shows in a calendar year with all the places that I work, let alone for one company. The good thing is we have such a surplus of good commentators that I do Battle Brand and Chris Lockman runs thing. I do Bakerville and Chris Lockman goes and does the Battle Brand. And boy, does he have a lot to talk about this Saturday night in Wausau. Let's talk about some of these matches. I am so jealous of Chris that I don't get to call the Axel Rico versus Dan the Dad match. I want to cry because that match has the potential for being one of those matches that people talk about forever. Red, talk about what you think about Axel Rico taking on the infamous Dan the Dad. I haven't seen Dan the Dad since Warrior Wrestling, to be honest with you. What a hoot.
I haven't either. But Axel is our boy,
The
and
workhorse.
ever since he came back from injury, he's been, I ain't gonna say unbeatable, but shit, I've never seen him with this much determination and drive. So I'm taking Axel.
Turtle, you know Axel very well from your days at Proving Grounds and throughout the whole CSW experience. I go back a little further with Axel than you do because he and me and his father were friends when we were much younger. Like I said, I talk about how he saved me in the war. I talk about it all the time. I remember when Axel was born. Let's put it that way. What do you think about Axel Rico and his opportunity versus Dan the Dad?
I'm going with Axel Rico. Ever since he came back from his injury, he's been
Wait a
on
minute. Are you regurgitating Red's take?
no.
Is there stereo here? Am I hearing things?
No. Would you see? This is what happens, Steve. You interrupt people too much.
Okay, sorry. I have been told that, and I have listened to people telling me that on podcasts as well.
Yeah. Bad you. I'm going with Axel because ever since he came back from injury, he's been on a fucking roll.
Again, that exactly what Red said.
He didn't say that.
Red.
My name Les. I ain't in this mess.
No, I'm kidding. I'm
Continue.
kidding. No, so me and Axel Rico do go back to the proving ground stuff, and he's helped me in a big way. He was there during my darkest times when trying to get back in the ring. When COVID happened, I was dealing with that after effects of it. Had a hard time breathing, but he kept me going. And me and him technically started proving grounds together. We both had ideas, we put them together, and it's evolved into something better, which is awesome. I wish I was a part of it, but conflicting schedules. It sucks. Um, but I'm going with Axel because he has grown into the greatest wrestler in the Midwest. The fact that he's not on Netflix right now is a felony to me. So, Dan the Dad, awesome wrestler, great talent, but it's Axel Rico all day.
That's a strong. Although you started off stealing Red shtick, you evened out in the end, and I appreciated it. Danger. What about you? Axel is fighting your dad. What do you think?
I'm picking Axel.
He's picking against his own father. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think Dan the Dad is an amazing performer, very underrated. But I can't pick against Axel Rico. He's especially right now with what he's changed into. He's transformed into a whole different person. And I love watching his journey and where his characters go. So I think the sky's the limit for Axel Rico, and this is just another climb on the rung as he ascends to greatness. That's just one of the matches happening at Battle Lines. Let's talk about another one. We have got Brock Hall, who has been an enigma at Frontline Pro with his big monster ACR, taking on former CSW superstar, TNA superstar, Matt Renwald. Red, you know a lot about Matt from the old days. Take me
Yeah.
through your thoughts on this match, Renwald versus Brock Hall.
I don't know Hall, but I do know Matt. And shit, when Matt started, uh, he was well put together, um, physically and athletically, um, and he's only gotten better since. Um, so now, uh, it's ironic that you brought up the two brands because I think what he's coming in to do is make a statement. And I think I could be wrong, but there are a few people he's eyeing because Matt wants frontline go.
Certainly possible. Certainly possible indeed. I mean, like I said, Frontline is the reputation is catching on. Number one promotion possibly in Wisconsin. I have heard that said. And they're not wrong. The action, the superstars, the roster, it's put together in ingenious ways. That match will be amazing. Turtle, what about you?
I don't know Brock Hall that well. I've heard good things about him. But
Ask Joey Avalon about Brock Hall.
okay, means I got to talk to Jolie Evelyn. That's a
We should all
scary
want to
thought.
talk to Joey Avalon.
I want to, but he's kind of scary to me.
He's a scary dude, no doubt.
But I'm gonna go with Matt, just because I know more about him and he's from here. According to Travis, I may have wrestled him, but I don't remember it ever happening. So, yeah, I'm
Is that
going
when
with
you were
Matt.
wearing the white PTP jersey?
See that's where Travis thinks it happened, but I telling you, it never happened. I might have walked
You
past him a
have
few
to know
times.
that Travis is never wrong.
But I can't prove that I didn't.
He's always right. The sooner you accept it, the better off we'll be.
I mean, yeah, he's always right. I've
Always,
accepted that.
regardless,
I have accepted
as
that.
you should, as you should.
But I can't prove that I never wrestled Matt, but there's no proof that we did wrestle.
If loving Travis is right, Turtle doesn't want to be wrong. What about you, Sean Danger? Matt or Brock?
Matt.
I'm going against the grain. I'm taking Brock Hall. I have gotten to know and watch Brock Hall for a long time. I'm familiar with Matt. He's been at CSW. We all remember Aiden English, so he's a great talent. But Brock Hall in that building in Wisconsin, with ACR perhaps lurking in the steam room, it's a giant hill that Matt will have to climb, and I'm not sure he climbs it on Brock Hall's home turf. So I pick Brock Hall to beat the TNA superstar in that match. Another match that's happening features another TNA star. Ace Austin comes to Frontline to take on the dastardly Neil Dillinger. And let's start with Turtle. Turtle, what do you think about this multiple TNA stars at Battle Lines?
This could be match of the night. I'm gonna go with Ace Austin.
Tell me why.
Uh,
And please don't say because you like his name.
no, it's because it's more of a flip of a coin. I can't really put an actual winner out of my head, so I just flipped an imaginary coin and came up with Ace Austin.
Well, I mean, you might not be wrong. Ace Austin and Dillinger, both extremely talented human beings
Oh,
that can go either way. What about you, Red?
I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna take Dillinger.
Tell me why.
The same reason Turtle said.
Danger, can you make some clarification here?
I'm picking Ace Austin.
We got three Ace. We got two Ace Austins and two Dillingers. Obviously, picking TNA's Ace Austin is the sexy pick. But I sat and listened to Ben McCoy talk about the dastardly Neil Dillinger. So I didn't flip a coin, but the yarn spun about the talent of this man makes me a believer. So I'm not sure that Saturday night is Ace Austin's night. I think maybe it's a dastardly evening. So again, match of the night, absolutely possible. Talent in that ring is at a zenith when it comes to that match. But like I said, Ben's been around. Ben knows these guys backwards and forwards. So I listen to the stories and I'm like, wow, that's going to happen and I'm going to miss it. Shit. Moving on. We have got some championship matches. We have got the Intrepid Championship being defended in a fatal four-way. You've got Shane Hills, Johnny CK, Silky Smooth, and our friend Cash Money Corey McHenry. At Frontline Pro, you have the best version of Corey McHenry. He is an absolute beast in Wisconsin. All these other guys are talented people. Hills, monster. Silky, to me, there's only one Silky, and that's Miles Mercer, but Silky Smooth is absolutely that. And Johnny CK put together. So this is going to be a hell of a test for Cash Money, Corey McHenry, defending his Intrepid Championship against all comers. And this time, there are three men gunning for his title. And he doesn't necessarily have to be pinned to lose the title, I don't believe. So anything goes in this match. But to me, Corey McHenry is the guy on the battle brands. He is the guy, along with Ben Evenson, that they're building this division around. And to me, it's Corey McHenry's night. He will retain his title. Red, what say you?
Nephew, Corey. He's a
Did you flip it
beast in, but
Corey?
no, Corey's been again. You acting like I've never been a frontline. So I've seen, like, I don't know if it's when he crosses that Wisconsin border. I don't know what it is. He's a different person. And first of all, frontline crowd loves him to death. Uh, I think he gets a bigger pop than Turtle does.
I didn't know that was
But
possible.
I mean, he just got it. The only way I see him losing it is you got to kill him. You got to kill him, and he's not dying Saturday night. So I'm picking Cash Money.
That's 2 votes for the Intrepid champion. What about you, Turtle?
I'm going with Corey.
Imaginary coin do.
I've been with with Corey this whole time. He's in a short amount of time, he stepped up and became a huge star. And there's no way he's gonna let that title go to anybody else anytime soon.
Danger?
Corey McHenry.
All right, so we are unanimous. The Intrepid title, according to the Power Hour, and Pizza and Beer stays with Corey McHenry. And lastly, but certainly not leastly, is the Battle Championship on the line. It is the champion, Captain America, Ben Evenson, taking on the ever surging and on the run of his life, Sam Eli. Now, you talk about somebody crossing state lines and becoming something else. Sam Eli has found a home at Frontline Pro. Sam Eli is doing some work at Frontline Pro. And as good as he's been at CSW and at Rocket Pro when he's been given opportunities, they are letting him run with the ball, and running hard and well he is. And Ben Evenson is one of my favorite Frontline Pro characters. I have loved him since the day I started working there. I have been friends with him and his wife since the day I started. They took me in and they made me feel like part of the family. And when I got blasted in the back with a chair by the creator, the first man out of the locker room to help me was battle-tested Ben Evenson. He is a rock star. He is a true champion, but he is going to be tested by Sam Eli in ways that I don't think he's prepared for. Do I think Sam Eli can win this match? Anything can happen when you count 1, 2, and 3 on any given day at any given show. To me, Sam Eli could win this match, but the battle champion will still be the battle champion. Ben Evenson win this match. What about you, Turtle?
I really, really want to go with Sam Eli. He is on the same path as Corey McHenry, a young Axel Rico. He's going to be a top star down the line. Not saying he isn't, because he's already proven that he can be. I just think Ben is the top star in this brand of Frontline.
He could do this all day.
He can. And I don't think he's going to lose that belt anytime soon either. But if Sam Eli pulls it off, it'll be one of the biggest upsets, I believe, in Frontline Pro history. And he's the underdog in this situation, and underdogs can tell a story.
Red, what about you? Battle tested or Eli? Now you got to be careful because you don't want to pick against a fellow soldier.
Why not?
It's fair.
He wasn't in the Fox hole with me. Shit. And I have to. Eli, I don't know. God, he has just raised his game over the past few months, and we've seen it all over. And I mean, don't get it twisted. The champ is the champ for for a reason.
100%.
I mean, yes, he is a man of honor. He is a man of substance and character. But you said it the best way possible. This is probably going to test his boundaries because Eli, oh my God, I watched a few of his matches just last week. Like, I don't give a fuck what. Like, you think he's down, you think he's finished, you think the match is over, and like he comes with another fucking 15 minutes of just throwing everything at you, and it's like fuck. Like, so if he's taking that mentality across the interstate and into another state, I'd be a fool not to pick him. So I'm picking Eli.
Sean Danger, that leaves you. We've got 2 for battle tested and 1 for Eli.
I'm picking Eli.
All right, so it's 2-2. Very, very interesting. All right. So if you're in the Wisconsin area, in the Wausau area, go to the Elks Lodge and check out Frontline Pro's battle lines for the battle brand. It'll be a great, great night for all. If I wasn't in Joliet, I would be in Wausau this Saturday because it's going to be a great show. Some of those matches are going to be phenomenal. So disappointed I'm missing Axel Rico versus Dan the Dad. I can't tell you. But we got business to take care of in Joliet, so I will get over it. And now comes the time where we are hoping that our friend Cactus will join us because we're going to start talking about the knockouts. Now, Turtle, I still haven't seen you in Homewood for the knockouts.
I was there once.
You were there once? You haven't been there lately?
No.
Why is that?
Conflicting schedules.
You need to unconflict your schedules. And Red, they have rolled out the red carpet for you for 2 years now. When are you coming to the auditorium? When are you going to grace the Knockout Dome with your red presence?
When the conflicts stop happening.
Man, everybody's got a conflict. What about you, Danger? Sean, are you there? Are you alive?
I'm here.
Are you going to come to the knockouts?
One of these days.
One of these. Okay, so there's some motivation to see these shows. Here's some of the things that you miss when you don't go to the knockouts. Rion twerking in front of several hundred people. That's true. That's a true story. That happened. It's on TikTok. You can see it. I was just checking to see if Rion was listening. He's just there, kind of off in the background, still eating pizza, probably. But this past Saturday night, it was a knockouts minors bout. Now, let me tell you what the minors are. The minors are the future of roller derby, and they start them young. So there are 3 divisions.
Hey,
And
sir, if you say anything else, before you say anything else, is Cactus coming on the air now?
she is
Okay.
in a few moments, hopefully.
Okay. Well, hopefully that happens very quick. Allow me to call out every person on this panel except for Steve. I am tired of you saying conflicting conflicts when they literally have bouts damn near every 2 weeks.
I have a show.
And there's no reason for it, like no reason.
Yeah, it is.
There's a, go ahead. Tell
If
tell
if
you-
my if my family makes plans, guess what? I'm riding with my family.
okay, and that's fine. Your family has got stuff for you every 2 weeks.
Me and my wife go out every week, sir.
Okay, so every 2 weeks you guys are going out to different spots.
Yes.
Okay, so if I see you at the, let's say, I don't know, Hollywood Boulevard with your wife, that you're making time for it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the same thing for roller derby, and it's me putting the same energy out to everyone else on the thing. This is everyone that has a conflicted deal. I understand it, and I'm telling you, you better come up with a better scenario. The
It's not-
conflict.
It's not a better scenario.
House than they have. This is the busiest that they've been in years when it comes to more bouts. Like literally every 2 weeks, it seems. I think in May they're going to have 3. So it's like I get it, but
But do you
yeah,
do you get it? If that's my priority now,
keep in mind, I just left Pizza Ranch to look for Sean Danger. And I'm getting ready to go to work. I'm currently driving while trying to make sure that Steve knows that even though I'm paying attention, I have to ignore him because I'm currently driving. So if there's anybody that knows about time, it's me. I get it. I understand it. I'm just saying that there are many more bouts. Hopefully in the near future or the future in general, you guys, you 3 collectively will be able to join one of these bouts because they are a blast. It is literally a wrestling scenario without having to deal with the BS of a wrestling scenario. And if there's anybody that hates wrestling BS, it's me. So I'm telling you, at least try. And if you can't go to a bout, they stream it. They stream it on Twitch. They have the options for
And
you.
TikTok, they stream it on TikTok as well. You can watch.
You don't even have to stop what you're doing. There's other, like you can at least check. Like there's ways of going about it. There is many ways to go about it other than say, oh, I don't have the time. I'm telling you, there's ways of going. You gotta check it out. Gotta check it out. Some of the stuff that you're missing out. I'm telling you, you're missing out. I can't stress enough. All right, I'm sorry for just saying that in general. I don't mean to call people out in a negative way, because that's not the case. I want to make sure, Red, you understand that it's not the case as far as calling you out in a negative standpoint. But God damn it, there's ways of seeing it.
well, I'm sorry. I don't have a Twitch account. I'm sorry. So never had a reason to have one.
Respect that.
Oh.
I respect that. Do you have a TikTok?
I got a TikTok, but as Steve knows, I haven't made anything on there in shit over 2 years.
You've made enough though. The content you've made, it's good enough for everybody.
I rarely even deal with TikTok. So I mean,
That's fair. But I will.
Well, now that I'm here and I don't exactly know what's happening, Red, you don't have to have a Twitch account to watch on Twitch.
Sweet. I am now going to mute and go back to drive.
And we are going to welcome Cactus Rack, Lux Exterior. I heard on another podcast that you have too many names. Did I get that wrong, Turtle?
That's what my co-host said.
And I'm
sorry,
not taking that out of context, right? I'm
Which
pretty much
one?
saying it the way he said it, right?
Which one?
the one that's not on right now.
So
Travis said it?
yeah, it says you have just as many names as Russell.
Yeah, but they're all completely different characters for different teams, and he'd know that if he came to a bout.
Hear that, Travis?
Yeah. So, Travis, before we were what we were now, some of us had to double up on teams and put the work in, something I'm not sure you know about. And that's something that I have done. I put the fucking work in. I made multiple characters for multiple teams to help it keep going. Get on my fucking level.
Okay.
Yep.
Before
Get on my fucking level.
I love you. Before, I just want you to know when you go and you record your show, all I did was say exactly what he said, just to inform Cactus, who probably didn't get a chance to watch the episode, of what was said about her. I believe he also said some things about her stuff is not really interesting unless she's at IPW or Rocket Pro. Is that accurate also?
No, not in that.
Go ahead, correct me then.
No, what he said was he doesn't talk about her unless she does something more or less in the wrestling aspect.
That's not true.
No,
that's not true.
When it comes to roller derby, he doesn't talk like bring you up, is what he's saying. But when it talks to like IPW or stuff he did at Rocket Pro, that's when he mentioned you.
That's not true.
Well, and you're probably gonna say that he's talked about you in a way to where you said something about him, or you
No,
responded
he's
about
talked
you.
about me when I haven't even said anything. So,
well, I don't remember.
I'm just bringing up
wrestlers are the messiest bunch of bitches I've ever come across in my life. I can't even.
Let's talk about the minors, Cactus. The rest of this time is all yours, proud mama. Rion's got the pictures. Let's go through it.
Yeah, let's go through it.
Let's
talk about some more people putting in work, Travis. So my daughter, Hazel, skated as Magic this weekend. Magic from Marvel Rivals. She was on the Crushers. She has actually been taking lessons with Marley and has been working on her jamming, and it has paid off. She did an amazing job jamming. She got 5 penalties, but she only sat for 3 because 2 of them were in the same jams as others. I wasn't there for the Scrappers and the Tusslers bout because we're doing a new thing where Scrappers and the Tusslers are the younger kids, and they have their bout first earlier, and then the Brawlers are like the preteens and the teens. They now have a separate bout later in the evening. And it's a little more intense because obviously these are older kids. They're not just bopping around on the track. There were some fantastic hits. There was some fantastic blocking, really good characters, great character work.
Amazing.
We had, Poison Edie. We had Lydia Dietz is now going as not Lydia Beats is now going as Gambit, which is a good one. We've got Rest in Pieces. We have
Don't forget
Donnie
Rebel
Rotten,
Rebel.
Yes, Rebel. We have Donnie Rotten, who is my mother's favorite because he comes out with a big old Union Jack.
Donnie and I are boys.
Yes. We've got Carrot Cake, Goldie Blocks, Catitude. Catitude
Fast.
killed it. Killed it. It
Adventure
was,
Crime killed it.
yes, Adventure Crime killed it as well. Adventure Crime is an extremely talented skater. Adventure Crime actually does help with some of the coaching sometimes too. They help, limber up and start getting ready, start doing warm-ups. So really, really talented kids. Really proud of them. I was the scorekeeper. I was supposed to be unbiased, but I can't be unbiased.
There's one of
When
those penalty box selfies that we took 3 times.
there were three penalty box selfies. Yep.
There's your mother's favorite wrestling is on the screen right now, waving at you.
Favorite skater.
Donnie Rotten, another generational talent. That's the thing that I love. The offspring of some of the Premier League combatants.
Yep. Hazel. I took a selfie with Hazel every time she went into the penalty box.
Yeah, that's another selfie with Coach Grumpy.
Yep. I was very proud of her because I started my tenure with CKO as the sin bin queen, which meant I got an award every bout for being the one in the sin bin the most. So
it was probably, to me, the best minors evening, even though I was late to the party. It was still one of the most enjoyable performances those kids have made since I've been watching and calling the action. They were really polished and really good.
yeah, they're really coming into it. It's something, a way that I explain Derby is that you have to learn how to read the chaos. And they're finally coming to a point where they've learned how to read the chaos.
It is a really impressive thing. We talk about the Premier League, we talk about the Rec League. I don't think the minors gets enough flowers. And the crowd was just as big, and it was a 2-tier crowd. There were 2 crowds. There was the crowd for the early show for the young kids, and then there was a big crowd for the other show for the bigger kids, which I thought that's like 2 different crowds in one to be sold on one night. That's amazing.
Yeah. It was great. It was a pretty full house. There were a lot of people there that wanted to invest in it and see it and encourage them. And there's Hazel jamming.
Yep. But that's a proud mama moment right there. And
Yep.
She has gotten so much better.
Yeah. That's mostly due to Marley. And then I don't know if there's a picture of her with her sword, but her and Andrew made a giant replica of one of Magic's swords. And I'm currently looking at it in my kitchen right now because there's nowhere else to put it where it will fit.
It was a very impressive sword. Coming off the debut weekend of Minecraft in theaters, when I saw it, that's the first thing.
Yeah, you can see her sword in this group photo.
There it is. You can see it. It's sticking up like a beacon in the night.
Yep.
Very, very impressive. I really enjoy talking on the microphone about the kids as they're doing their thing because it's very fun to do. Plus, I love working with Nan on commentary. She is so much fun to bounce off of when it comes to commentary. It's a great night for me, and I am so excited to be a part of it. There's a good look at the sword right there.
Yeah, there's me, my proud mother moment.
Yes. When do these young people transition to the Premier League?
When they turn 18.
There's a good shot. How old is Hazel?
Hazel is 13. That's her and her best friend.
5 years to hone her skills.
Yeah, that's her and her best friend Poison Edie. They jammed against each other. That's Marley's daughter. So they refer to themselves as fraternal twins.
There's no doubt about it. They have been down since day one almost, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the next generation right there of ass kickers How old is Poison Edie the same age as Hazel?
She's 6 months younger.
Oh, so they're gonna hit the Premier League together. Jesus
Yes,
Christ.
they are.
The old people better get the fuck out the way.
Yeah, I hope I would like to play with Hazel eventually, but I don't know if I'll still be able to by then.
Yeah, project 5 years from now, you'll be a married woman.
Yeah, I don't know
Life
if
could be very
my
different.
I have to go to the regularly to be able to keep walking. So we'll see. We'll see how well my body's holding up by then.
You're gonna have to have that Ken Griffey, LeBron James moment where you get to play, you get one game with your or one bout with the girl.
Yes, one bout with my child.
You'll be all right. We'll be there. We'll see that together.
Yes, we'll all be old and decrepit together.
Yes. Decrepit. Absolutely. That's a fantastic word. Cactus, thanks for jumping on tonight at the weekend to go over the knockouts.
Yeah, of course.
I
Thanks
wanted,
for understanding. It's a really sad day in my house.
yeah, we're sorry that all of that. Well, we're not going to talk about it, but it's never, personal issues are never fun to have to deal with when they're somber. But it's great that I'm really happy you got to come on and be proud, because you should be proud. She is not only an outstanding young girl, but a fantastic skater, and God, the sky's the limit.
Yep, absolutely. All right, love you all.
All right, that's Cactus Rack, Lux. She's got so many names. Just ask
So
Travis.
many names.
So many names.
So many names.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know, Travis. Maybe it's because I'm creative. Maybe. I'm just saying. I'm creative.
And I'm somehow going to get blamed for this.
Yeah, don't be
All I
jealous.
was doing was, she could have listened to it and heard the
You know
same
what, Travis? Jealousy is a disease, sweetie. Jealousy is a disease.
Oh, that's good.
All
There's 45 minutes of JFW.
All right. I love you, Turtle.
Love
No
you
hate
too.
to you at all. See you around.
All right.
Yeah.
I miss seeing you wrestle. Smooches, good night.
Good
All
night.
right. That's Cactus. We're going to wrap this package right now. Thanks again to Sean Danger and Turtle for being co-hosts more than you're come on as guests, and we talked to you for like 8 seconds. Then the pizza place happened, and then it just kind of went from there. So
Look, I like to get my shit in.
you got your shit in. You did well. And we wish you the best of luck Saturday at spring break. I think you guys are going to win going away, because playing or wrestling against second tier teams, you have the clear advantage, in my opinion. Sean Danger,
What's up?
you have said exactly 17 words tonight, but that's 17 more words than I've ever heard you say. So I appreciate you being a stalwart guest on the Power Hour this evening.
Thanks for having me.
Red, wrap this package. Tell me something. Tell me something I don't know.
It's gonna be a great time Saturday night in Joliet.
Man, we got a lot to do. Going to be a busy, busy, busy night. Thank you all for watching the Power Hour this week. Thanks to Rocket Pro Wrestling for the little pizza interlude. Thanks for Rion being out there. And that looks like Rion getting ready to do the twerk. That's a different bout. I don't think he was twerking there, but that was very similar to how that thing got set up. But that's, again, thanks to Rion Skills. I earned that. I earned it. There's always a catch. I got that. We got time, but not enough time, because time's up. Next week, there may or may not be a show. I'm not 100% sure yet, so I'll keep you all posted. But when we do have a show again, I can tell you who's coming up down the road. Where is it? Come to Papa. Well, oh my goodness, there's Rion going. Yeah, that's the twerk. That's it. That's that moment in time. That's that moment in time. You can't tell he's twerking, but he's twerking, and he's working, and he's working while twerking. I'm not giving you any special guests. We have some pretty cool shit happening as the months go on, so you'll have to wait and tune in and find out. For the urban sensation known as C-Red, not for Mr. Young, for the real deal Rion Skills, who just looks right through my soul every time he does, for is it beer and pizza or pizza and beer? Which one?
Pizza and beer.
Pizza and beer.
Pizza and beer. So the pizza comes before the beer. I disagree, but that's your own personal thing. We're the
Well,
power.
you gotta wash it down with beer.
Got to
So
wash it
pizza
down
first.
with beer. Thanks for watching us on FreakNet Studios. We appreciate being a part of it. And this one's for you, Travis. Have a good night. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the flip side.